We arrived at the Dream Center of Southeast Texas on Monday, December 12th. A couple weeks later than we actually wanted to get here, but we had some things we needed to take care of back in Pennsylvania, and that delayed our arrival here at the Dream Center. But we've been volunteering here at the Dream Center for a couple years. We love spending Christmas with these guys. It's a great organization, and they're doing great work. As soon as we got here, we got to work prepping for the Winter Dreamland event, which was coming up the Saturday after we arrived. So we started preparing that. Sandy started preparing by wrapping presents, and I started helping get the gym set up for the event. The Thursday after we had arrived was Food Pantry Day, which is one of my favorite days here at the Dream Center. We gave out food to 200 families, and you can see some of the stuff that we gave out here: bread, potatoes, vegetables, drinks, all kinds of stuff, canned goods, and again, it's a really heartwarming time to do this and to see how appreciative the families are that come through to receive this stuff. Last year we helped with probably 3 or 4 food pantries. This is the only one that we were able to help with this year, just because of the timing of when we got here and being the end of the year. This is actually the last food pantry of 2022. But again, I just love helping with the food pantry. Sandy wasn't able to help with the food pantry this year because she was wrapping gifts, getting ready for Dreamland, and like I said, our first week here was a busy week, and we got a lot of stuff done. But this is always one of my favorite times, is when we're able to feed those in need. As soon as we were done with the food pantry, we got right back to prepping for the Winter Dreamland event. Sandy was again wrapping gifts. I actually did help out and wrap some gifts. I wrapped 4 gifts total, which is still probably more gifts than I've wrapped in the past 10 years combined. Sandy probably wrapped between 100 and 150 gifts getting ready for Dreamland. So a lot of other volunteers and some of the residents helping wrap gifts, and then we were preparing the gymnasium, turning it into a Winter Dreamland, adding lights and all kinds of inflatable decorations to get prepared for the event. So it's kind of neat seeing just a regular gymnasium transformed into this awesome little dreamland. We're expecting 500 kids and families to come through, and each of them would get a present, and there were all kinds of other stuff, carnival games. There was a flea market that was going to take place on Saturday as well. But setting up and working with the guys is always fun, just seeing how it comes together. And there's Sandy wrapping more gifts and getting things ready to go for the weekend. Here's just some of the presents that were wrapped and getting ready. Said we had 500 kids, is what we're expecting. I think we probably actually had close to 400 that actually came through on Saturday. But every kid that came through here was smiling as they went through the whole area, getting their pictures taken with Santa, and just having a good time. And for some of these kids, this might have been the only present that they were going to get before Christmas. So it's always nice to help those in need. Some of the disciples here at the Dream Center put together this cool little Christmas village display. Just all kinds of little houses and just a complete little winter wonderland in miniature size here. So very cool display. And the plan was as the kids came in, they would come through this area, check out the Christmas display, and then have a little story time before going into the main gymnasium in the main winter wonderland to get their picture with Santa and their toy. It was really neat to see the detail that the guys put into this as they put it together. And the whole collection was donated to the Dream Center by a local resident here, Mike Hatton, his personal collection, and then said the guys just made the most of it and really had the display looking really nice. Each day that we worked on the Dreamland, a little bit more of it came together. Lights in the Christmas tree, the fireplace where Santa's going to sit. It was really cool just to see the whole thing, transform from a big gymnasium to a winter dreamland for the kids. Saturday, the day of the event, was an early start for us. Breakfast was at 6:30 in the morning, and we immediately got over and started finishing setup. Outdoor vendors started arriving to get set up at 7:30 in the morning, and the flea market area was getting set up and ready to go for people to come in. It was just a busy morning, but it was well worth it as we started to see the kids come in shortly after we had everything set up. But just starting to come to life. The entire event was really starting to come to life at this point on Saturday morning. One of the things we did on Saturday morning was move the bins of toys from the preparation area into the actual gymnasium. Had everything separated, boys on one side, girls on the other side, and each bin was age specific for the children to get their toys. Once Santa and Mrs. Claus arrived, we knew that we were going to be ready to have kids come into the dreamland. Our clown was there to put together balloon toys, and he was a big hit for the kids as well. Flea market was a big hit. A lot of people took advantage of that, and the vendors, the ice guy, I think it was a little cold for ice. I'm not sure how good he did, but there were some pastries and some other stuff which the people really enjoyed. Before the kids went into the Dreamland area, they'd come through and check out the Christmas Village and hear the real story of Christmas. There are nice long lines throughout the day for people to get their pictures taken with Santa, as well as the line for the balloon toys with the clown. We even had a flash mob stop by and do a real cool dance routine, which was a big hit for the people that got to see that. Even the Grinch stopped by to say hi. So it was a really busy week for us here at the Dream Center for our first week. We're going to be here till January 5th volunteering, and we're looking forward to the next couple weeks as well. Uke loves coming here because he gets to walk every day, weather permitting, and we try to get a 3-mile walk in around campus every day. Most of the time that's in the morning when the disciples are doing their prayer walk. But sometimes if the weather's not great in the morning, or like Saturday where we had an early morning and we knew we wouldn't be able to get 3 miles in, we walked around during the day when it was warmer, and Uke loves exploring, interacting with the goats. The goats aren't real sure about him, and I'm not sure he's real sure about the goats either, but he loves checking them out. They all just kind of stare at him and wonder what this guy's doing on their turf. He also loves strolling by the pasture to see the couple bulls and cows and horses that are here. Again, he just kind of looks at them, not really sure what to expect. He just knows that they're much larger than he is, so he kind of keeps his mouth shut. Doesn't really bark at him, just checks them out, and thinks that it's pretty neat to have all these other animals around him. And the other animals are pretty curious about him at times too. See the horse coming over and check him out. Chickens, cows, horses, goats. Uke loves them all. Most of all, we love being around the people here. We know that this time of year can be very difficult for the residents who are in the discipleship program here, and we just love being here and helping out however we can. We love helping out with the outreaches, the food pantries, the Dreamland. Most of all, we really just love being around the people and hearing their stories and helping them in their journey as best we can. And our week was capped off with a bus ride to church on the Dream Center bus. And we really enjoyed that. Everything in this video was Ukeless.